Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy DJ J Steezy.
And your Diaz favorite DJ, DJ Jedi.
Today's special guest on the Last Dope podcast, we got Kermit from Centro, California, owner of Wood Skate Shop. Welcome to the show.
I'm excited. I'm nervous too because who's
Yeah, man, but you know, like you said, usually famous people. But no, man, you're a big staple to the community also.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
That's an honor to hear that, man.
Let me start off. He brought us food.
Yeah.
Thank
Pizza.
you. Thank you.
Very welcome.
And Pizza Cutters, because they're from, once again,
Hub Bearings.
Hub
San Diego.
Sorry.
Yeah. Shout out to Hub Barons.
But that was dope, man. Like, I liked it. You know, we got to break the ice, do something together, and then eat some of my favorite food, pizza.
Yeah, a meal together is always good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also brought us some rum chata. Thank you for the gesture. Also, we've been a year sober, but
26 for me.
don't worry. We'll find
Nice.
someone that loves it.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Get a
but,
girl drunk or something.
Oh, shit.
yeah, but no, man, thank you for the gifts. We appreciate that.
You're welcome, yeah. I brought some pizza cutters, so I thought I'd bring some pizza to cut it.
And they always say, food is always a good opener to
Right.
any conversation,
Especially when you look like us. Thank you.
Especially when you're hungry. Yeah. You got the munchies, you know what I mean?
They're like,
Definitely.
they can eat. They can eat.
But take us back, man. Take us back. Now, you started, of course, as a skater, right?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
No, I am a BMX rider.
BMX rider.
Yes, I'm a BMXer.
Okay.
The skateboard thing was just something that came about when people wanted. I used to manage the bike shop in El Centro, and so people would always want a skateboard shop because there's no longer really a core skateboard shop. You know, you have your big corporation skateboard shops around, but not really like a small hometown skateboard shop. So opportunity came, and we went for it. You know,
Nice.
Yeah.
So when did you start BMXing?
in the 70s. In the 70s,
Yes.
I should have brought a picture of me. You'll find that on my Instagram of me jumping a bike when I was like 6 years old,
Oh,
5
wow.
years old, jumping. Yeah.
All right.
Always like BMX bikes.
So we had an idea because he's savvy tech. He's from the future, guys.
All right.
He actually asked the powers that be, no, not God, Gemini, and he asked to Google him, I guess, pretty much. And he's like, yeah, he started in the 70s. The only thing they got wrong was it was BMX, not skating.
Yeah.
So that shit was scary, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he was able to find that
He's
out.
like on Google,
Where
really?
It was actually Google Gemini.
Really?
AI.
I was like, damn. So that was the only thing they got wrong.
I
Was
got to do that when I get home.
Yeah, you'll be stuck for a minute. Like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Wow. Oh, that's cool.
And I did it on us too, and I was like, "Oh shit, yeah!" They like,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's cool. That's good.
yeah. So
Scary. What are you talking about?
We got something in common besides liking pizza.
So your love for BMXing starting in the 70s.
Sure.
I know your son, right? He also does BMX.
Yes, my son.
He gets
He's
down.
since he was younger, we'd go to competitions in San Diego, LA, Phoenix, Mexico, and he was good. He was untouchable when he was under 13.
Right.
But then after 13, he took a jump to the 14 and up, which was 21 to 14. So
It's a different world.
different world, yeah. But he was, he had sponsors, big sponsors,
Yeah.
Colt BMX, shout out to Colt BMX, shout out to All Day BMX Shop, Odyssey BMX, Peep Game, shout out to Steve Town Peep Game up there in Hollywood. Those guys always looked out for us. I'd say us because they would hook me up too, not just my son. My son took me on his ride with them. So LeBron James
Shit.
paid for his short film documentary.
Damn.
Shout out to Yoris Dubai with IMLA. That's a 3-time Emmy Award-winning director for short film documentaries.
Yeah.
And he contacted us one time because he saw that my kid won a contest up in Los Angeles, the Block on Orange. It was a Vans contest. And that was before we even had a skate park in El Centro. Where you guys DJ'd at the skate park right there. Before we had that, we were going up there and he was winning, against kids from all over the world, kids from Australia, kids from England, kids from all over the place. And he asked, and I thought it was a joke, he asked if he can come down and talk to us and get this on the board, and LeBron James ended up paying for it. You can watch it. It's called Tail Whip on Uninterrupted. That's
Cool.
LeBron James' YouTube channel. So yeah, so he's made a little mark, you know.
And you guys also had Gary Turner visit?
Gary Turner, no,
I
Gary Young.
I seen Gary Turner in the.
Oh no, that was up at the Block on Orange.
Okay.
Or maybe at one of the trade shows we would go to with the bike shop.
Okay,
I
I thought that was your shop. No, I thought that was your shop. I was like,
no, I
dang.
used to manage the bike shop with my buddy Alex Quintero. Shout out to Alex. All day BMX.
That's pretty cool.
That guy
though.
always took care of us, but he would, we'd go to these contests and there'd be every big name in BMX there.
Right.
And a lot of times we'd meet, Gary Turner, the owner. We'd meet Mr. Van Doren from Vans and stuff like that. So all those guys were, and they're all cool people. They'll sit and talk to you, and they're not like,
Yeah, no, they were pretty cool.
Yeah, real cool. I mean, you get to talk to them all day and stuff. So they stay in contact sometimes. They used to. I mean, back when my son was a lot younger and really into the BMX. So but he's taken it to a different angle. He's gone into more of the Hollywood things, trying to get into commercials and stuff like that. He did a Walmart commercial a couple of years ago, and he did some promos with Peep Game. They're a clothing brand. They're a BMX clothing brand. But Steve Kertal, that guy's like a legend in BMX. Still a young guy, but he's been known for a while.
Yeah, I want to shout out you because you're pretty well rounded. Like, people just draw to you, bro. And I want to ask, how was that? Like, where do you get that from? Where does that come from? Growing up, is it family members, or is that just Kermit?
What do you mean?
Like, people just draw to you. Like, you're easy to talk to. You're fun to talk to. You get in front of the mic, like no one can touch you, bro. Like, you really have good MC skills, bro.
Thank you for that.
You have good energy, man.
I thank you for that. I like people. I like people that are happy. That's why I was stoked to come with you guys. You guys are happy people.
Yeah.
And I like the the energy from happy people. I try to stay happy and the MC skills. Maybe I'm an attention slut, I guess.
We just talked about that.
I like the attention, man, and I like to be in the front of the crowd talking.
Yeah.
I got a big mouth.
Yeah.
I've been told that many times, and sometimes I can't control it. Yeah.
Been there, done that.
So but I do speak up. Like when I managed the bike shop, they gave me room to do whatever I wanted to because I could bring in a customer and I could talk.
The gift of gab.
I don't lie. I don't like to lie.
That's
It's just my honesty. I guess my honesty comes out and comes across to people, and they appreciate honesty. People appreciate honesty, whether it's brutal or not.
How was life growing up? How was the household? What was some of the favorite foods, or what was some memories you remember growing up?
Growing up for me was great. I did lose my father in first grade, but my mom. I just recently lost my mom in August. But
Sorry, man.
Sorry about that.
thank you for that. But my mom brought us up like she's a strong woman. We were all happy. I'm the last of 9 kids, so all my brothers and sisters all had jobs, worked. I had nice clothes, nice shoes, nice sports equipment. I was very fortunate. And my family, my brothers and sisters all love music. So every Saturday, my sisters were cleaning the house, or my brothers were out and about with their girlfriends or whatnot. There was always music playing and stuff. So my growing up was I had a good youth.
What type of music?
Metal. I love metal, but we grew up with rock and roll. We grew up with soul. My brothers and sisters always listened to Led Zeppelin, Aerosmith, Kiss. They paid us as Kiss. My older sisters listened to Earth, Wind, and Fire, stuff like that, and Linda Ronstadt, you name it. We listened to it all. It was always there. We had a record player there. I still have some of those records, and I can remember all that. Excuse me. But yeah, I had a good youth. I was a happy kid.
Are you born and raised in the Valley? Or?
Born and raised in El Centro.
Okay.
Lived in the same spot all my life. 600 block Ohio. Some people might call that the hood. But it's had its bad times. It's had its good times. Back in the 70s when I was growing up, it was like a Leave It to Beaver kind of neighborhood, But in the 80s, things started changing. Certain people moved out. Other people moved in. There was a gang that was kind of stationed right there. And other shootings and stuff like that happened. I mean, kind of that faded away, thank God, But otherwise, I love my neighborhood, love my town,
All right. Now, we're old, okay? Because I'm going to take you back. I'm going to take you back. When the movie Rad came out, all right, since you were already writing, how was your feeling and express and how did you feel about that movie when it was coming out?
I thought they were posers.
Oh, okay.
It was a good movie. Don't get me wrong. I met the actor from Rad.
Okay.
I met him at trade shows and like that. But to me, that wasn't what BMX really was.
There
So
goes
we were
that
street
energy. I'm
riders.
just kidding.
Keep it coming, but I mean, the riders in ET to me were real BMX riders.
There you go.
Okay.
You know, and
That's dope.
that was cool to see ET and the BMX riders was something cool. The movie Rad was just a little bit over exaggerated, I think, sometimes, but I mean, good movie. Good movie. I mean, now that I look at it, it's nostalgic. I mean, you want to see it because I grew up.
It's
at the time.
definitely a classic to us.
It is a. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend anybody, but I'm honest. I mean, it wasn't the go-to BMX movie for us.
Now, because the reason I say this is because watching that movie made me want to go get a bike.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a lot old. I'm 54.
Okay. I'm gonna be 44.
Okay, so we're 10 years difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Rad came out when you were really young.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, to a younger kid maybe, but somebody at that age, at that time, you know, because I watched BMX become BMX.
Right.
You know, like I took off, you know, my sister's girl's bike. I turned that into a BMX bike, would jump it. Then I had my eldest sister, Virgie. Shout out to Virgie. She bought me a Schwinn 36 Scrambler.
Damn.
And
Nice.
I was careless, got that one stolen. They went next week and bought me another one.
No way.
Yeah, they bought me, and then that one got stolen. And after that, they
Oh,
bought.
hell no. Did you guys move? No? After all that?
No. It was just me being careless. I was just a punk, you know, and
okay.
spoiled, I guess, a little bit. And they said no more scramblers. You're getting a Murray Monterey from Kmart, and that's how I got my nickname, because my sister made fun of me because I was on this big bike, and she said I looked like Kermit the Frog.
No way.
If you ever watch Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, you'll see what she was talking about. Because we'd always watch that every Christmas back in the 70s and 80s. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas would come on HBO.
So your sisters gave you the name?
My sister did. My sister Diana gave me that name. Yeah.
That's cool.
Kermit the Frog. She said, "You look like Kermit the Frog riding that bike," and I've had that name ever since.
It was better than BT. Could have been ET.
Yeah, they could have called me ET. Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean,
I like
we
Kermit
got the
better.
same arms, I guess. Yeah.
I want to ask about the opening of Roots Skate Shop.
Yes.
Was that back in 2019?
Yes, 2019, I believe so. It was right before COVID.
Right, and I wanted to ask, damn, because I remember seeing the first couple of posts and the first Slam Fest. It was promoted for May, and then I believe it was canceled. I'm not sure if it happened.
First
The
Slam
very
Fest,
first Slam Fest.
I just went with the bike shop.
Okay.
The route wasn't even open yet. I just went to support the bike shop, help organize it with Alex, and and that's when I met Vargas here from Raleigh, and he had a skateboard company. Shout out to Vargas. I love Vargas.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been ups and downs with Vargas, but I still love the guy. I love his ambition.
Question Skateboards.
Question skateboard.
Yeah.
I saw him. I said, "Hey, let's." I go. I need a house brand because I'm not a skater.
Okay.
You know, I've rode skateboards back in the day. My brother did, you know, and my kid actually was first X Games we went to was to go watch the skateboarding competition. But
So
I was not a skater, so it just seemed, you know, cocky to me, I guess, for me to say, okay, I'm gonna have a skateboard brand.
Right.
You know, that just, you know, I wanted a real skater with a real skateboard brand. And Vargas, you know, he had that, and he came on board. He go, "Why don't you bring your stuff over, and we'll that'll be our house brand, and we'll see what we can do with the shop." And
yeah, because we sponsored, and he didn't remember.
vodka,
Well, two. We had before we were called Triple Scoop ENT,
okay,
and then we had Trust Me Vodka.
triple scoop.
Yeah, that was us.
So you guys sponsored? What'd you guys sponsor?
The very first one that never happened.
Okay.
That was back in 2019 because I remember promoting it, or not us promoting it, but like we just it was all through Vargas also.
We had a party
It
and
was
you guys
through
were
Vargas. No.
there. The vodka? True vodka, what was it called?
Okay, I think you guys was that the parade?
No, at my house we had a party and Vargas set up the vodka stand right there in my backyard.
This sounds like Project X Vargas. I don't know if we went to those parties.
Maybe, we had a backyard party and Vargas like, yeah, well, I'll bring the vodka company over, and he set it up, and And that's what I love about Vargas. Vargas,
hell
Vargas
yeah.
is always there. He'll show up no matter what,
Yeah,
where it's at.
he was a nut, man.
Yeah, he is, and he was a generous guy. You know,
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
he was not stingy. If somebody showed up and didn't have something, you know, he was like me. He would say, "Hey, let's get this guy everything he needs." You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
he doesn't have
Yeah.
any money or something like that, you know, I love Vargas. Love Vargas, man.
Yeah, because he even sponsored us because we did interviews up in LA for the LA Comedy Comedy Fest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
He sponsored us with skateboards and I mean
yeah.
a lot of stuff.
He's a good guy. I mean, he's
Yeah.
he has his, you know, he's might say things that aren't true or just over exaggerate things, and sometimes people, you know, take it the wrong way.
It's called alcohol.
Yeah, he liked to party. He liked to drink a lot, but
yeah.
I always told people that had something, you know, not so kind to say about it. You know, that's just he's excited. Let him be happy. Let him be excited. He's proud. That's just, you know, he's a good guy. He's not a bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
I love Vargas, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Vargas, Anthony Vargas, buddy. What's happening?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a while though. I mean, I haven't talked to him in a while. I know he's been busy with other stuff, but you know, doors always open for Vargas around my house. You know.
Gotcha. So even in the skate shop, you guys had everything from what it looks like Santa Cruz boards, independent trucks, hump bearings, even tech decks. The little flip
yes. The blind distribution, blind
Oh, yeah.
skateboards. They had tech decks there,
That's dope.
and I'd give a lot away at the events we'd have. We'd sell some of them, but yeah, we had everything there. We had everything. We had every contract you can probably get, but
That's fun.
but like COVID hit and things changed. I went home. I shut everything down. I didn't want to be out about with COVID. COVID was
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you were guys selling like stuff from the door, right? Because people weren't allowed to come in, not even to use the restroom.
No. Right when we opened, it was
not when it opened, but during COVID.
No, during COVID,
Uh-huh.
I shut it down
Completely.
I shut it down. I left the bike shop. I was still working at the bike shop, and I went home because my mom was in her late 80s, probably early 90s.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what was going on with COVID. It was brand new, something different. So I did not want to take that home to my elderly mother. So I just
You just closed.
I just shut everything down, and I took everything home. And if people wanted something, I'd set up a table outside and put everything out there as much as I could, or whatever they kind of wanted, and they'd show up, and we deal from the porch. Gotcha. And then finally, we just, when it got really bad, we just said, okay, we're gonna stay home and play it safe.
COVID felt like a nightmare. Like, we didn't know what to expect. We didn't know when it was going to end. We didn't know when shit was going to open up again. But when you guys finally did, do you remember what the first event was?
Probably a show at my shop. We'd have shows there. We'd have bands play. A couple bands here from Brawley, a lot from El Centro, Calexico. Calexico's got a lot of bands, a lot of good musicians. Brawley, too. Brawley always has. From Black Lace. I don't know if you guys remember Black Lace. Steve Garcia. Crail Garcia from here, Brawley?
The names are all.
He's
familiar.
in his band's called In Your.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's his dad is John's dad. My nephew you work with.
That's his dad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Steve.
shit.
Steve is in, and
I never knew
and
this.
Black Lace was the
What's up, John?
shit. Black Lace was the band back in the day. Everybody loved Black Lace. They had a girl singer that would do Judas Priest songs and stuff.
Oh,
And
wow.
they were bad, and Steve was a badass, still is a badass drummer, and so was Crail, and so
Damn.
Hedge was from here from Brawley.
Okay.
They did a show with some other bands, and man, I used to love Hedge. I don't know what they're doing now, but probably it was probably a show, a jam. We'd set up right there in the alley, and shout out to the city of El Centro for being cool, because we're not doing nothing wrong, and we'd play music all night, sometimes to 3 a.m, and we'd have a crowd out there, and there's never really been a fight.
I feel like El Centro is the best scene for like music that's outside of the typical like cumbia band, or like I don't know what you want to call it, but like anything that has to do like with rockeros or like hip hop. I think the El Centro area is the best place to have it. I feel like they're not as strict, and the people there are more open to hear it. I remember you guys had a couple of shows from DJs, Bass Fix, Kinetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fucking dope. Anywhere from even like the group Rozzy, like I'm wearing the shirt right now. Leon the Prophet, like you guys had just a mixture of everything, and people got along. Like it wasn't like, okay, that's not your music, but it's still a vibe, and everyone just vibes with each other.
I see all kinds of different people out there jamming out in the pit, and we had an event. I forgot what it was, but somebody wanted their friend to come rap, and it was Regal. Okay. Regal was the rapper. Back then it was called Real Regal. And nice. I was like, he's like, the guy that wanted him to rap said, I got a rapper friend. And I said, well, so do I. And I said, so don't you? I just don't you have a friend that raps? So everybody's got a friend that raps.
Yeah.
And shout out to Regal, because Regal's, I mean, he can do it, And I said, okay, let's do it. Because I didn't want to have music, because some of these egos are just, too much sometimes. I don't want to deal with it. But and nothing against the band and stuff, but just sometimes there's a band member that just wants things a certain way, and it doesn't really matter. But I told the buddy, I go, hey, yeah, let's do it. Let's have the rapper, but we're gonna go a cappella. And we're gonna have live music and him rap with the live music. And he was like, oh, Regal's not gonna go for Regal. So I go call him. Regal, call it Regal. Regal's like, fuck yeah, I want to do it. Oh. So we got the most opposite group we could think of, which was Valiendo Madre. Have you heard Valiendo Madre? Damn. So we called up Valiendo Madre, called up Julian, and then Julian says, yeah, we'll do it. And so I got them both on video chat. I got Regal, and we called up Julian, and Regal's the kindest guy. He's like, hey, don't worry about it. If you guys can't, play my music, I can rap to anything. And Julian, on the other hand, goes, we can play anything. So I knew it was going to be good. Yeah, when I heard that, I was like, this is going to be good. And they got down. They had this little DJ machine thing, and the drum and the bass and the guitar, I went inside when they first started, and I was like, well, I hope this works. And I heard the crowd go wild. About 100 people just, when they first started, make noise. And I was like, this is
Send
good.
us the video.
I think we can have. I think we have the video store. It's on my Instagram probably.
That's dope.
But it was good. It was good. Shout out to Regal. Shout out to Valiendo Madre, man. They we did something different, and it worked, and people loved it. That's what I like to do. I like to make a memory, I guess you would say, or make a. I don't want to say make a difference, because music's always been there, but I want to do things that people remember. To people say that was cool, and that was over there at Root. So
That's
it was
cool.
fun. It was fun. Yeah.
Because a lot of times it's like us, like as DJs, right? We get older, and it's just like, we got to keep up with the times, right?
Exactly.
And same thing, I would say same thing with you owning the shop. And it's like, we got to cater to the younger people, because, they're the future, first of all, right? And it's the best way to keep them getting into bad shit, So
true,
but so it's awesome that you open your door for that and have these shows, man. So shout out to you, Kermit.
Thank you. Yeah, I have fun too. I mean, I love music. The kids have fun. It's mostly kids too, but I'm in my 50s, but I can fall asleep to metal. I've had bands practice inside my shop, and I'll fall asleep. When it's late and tired, and they're like, "Here's asleep to this," loud, distorted, and obnoxious music, and that's what I grew up with, and it's always been, maybe it's in my blood.
That's dope. I want to say thank you too, because you've done a lot of sponsoring. I've seen like for the desert, was it tattoos? You guys have done anywhere from Mexicali, probably Arizona. Who's some guys that have collaborated with you guys like throughout the years?
Oh wow, Hulbarian for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Irby. When we do the event with the city, we want to shout out to Dolores and Hope. They make that happen. Wow. Pruno skateboards used to be. They're no longer, but Brian Bolukshi, it's hard to say his last name. And Vargas was always on board whenever he called him. I've done stuff with March and Ash, and in Mexico, All Day BMX, they've always been on board whenever we want to do something. So you
guys had D's Dabs.
These Dabs, yeah. I haven't heard from him in a long time. I don't even know if he's still doing the hats. We used to have a whole little display for him in my shop. We did a mural for him, and and had a display for him. His hats would sell like that. His shirts would sell like that. People still have them.
They're pretty dope.
Yeah, these dabs. Wow, man, you're bringing back stuff I forgot about and stuff, man. It's been a while, and this is cool. You guys did your Googling, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, we tried.
Yeah.
Nothing really. It's just deep diving, man. Just like we love it. So
Yeah, I can tell.
it wouldn't be
I
fair
love
if
it
we
too.
didn't.
Yeah, I love it too. I mean, like I said, I was nervous. There's usually famous people here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Tony, party boy Tony
Yeah.
Cuban sandwiches.
Hell yeah, he was
Yeah.
here.
Did he bring you guys a sandwich?
No,
What?
but you brought us pizza, so
Yeah.
thank you.
Tony, you didn't bring him a Cubano?
Come on,
Or even
Tony.
a taco?
Look at us.
Calling you out on that, Tony. You
no.
owe them at least a Cubano.
Yeah,
Have you ever tried this Cubano?
Oh,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't like
them.
them. Oh, it's just I don't like the ham. I guess, and I don't know, but I love Tony and I love his tacos.
All right, here
But
we go.
everybody else loves his Cubanos. I'm just the only oddball out. You know what I mean?
Here we go. Here comes the competition. Tony, he's calling you out because you didn't bring us food.
Oh, I'm joking. No, I just he knows it.
Yeah.
He knows I don't use the Cubanos.
I wanted to ask for the listeners that may not know, what is a gypsy sale?
Okay. A gypsy sale. We were going to have a gypsy sale one time. Wow, I forgot about that. And a lot of people didn't know what a gypsy sale was. And I don't know who called it a gypsy sale. It was a girl.
Okay.
One of the girls called it a gypsy sale. And what it is, you say, okay, we're going to have this gypsy sale, and whenever shows up, you don't have to be there at the beginning. You have to be there at the end, just during when it's happening. And whoever you are and whatever you're selling, you show up, open the trunk of your car, pull out your table, and sell what you got. And that's a gypsy sale.
So I knew the answer already, but like
Kind of a pop-up
I know a lot
swap
of people
meet,
don't.
maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pop-up yard sale, something.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
And so a lot of people didn't know what it was that time, and nobody really showed up. People did show up, but not like the big crowds we like, and so we never did another one.
Oh, that was just the one and done?
Just
Dang,
one
I
and
didn't know
done.
that. Damn.
Yeah, but we always had events where people would sell stuff and stuff, but we never called it a gypsy sale.
I actually like it. Let's bring that back.
We can. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You guys will DJ, and we'll have the podcast going. And we'll
Hell
do a
yeah.
gypsy sale.
There you go.
You know,
That sounds like a lot of fun.
we'll sell Raider stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. People bring all kinds of stuff, artwork. I mean, a lot of artists. I would open the door for a lot of artists. You know what I mean? Because I like that stuff. You know what I mean? And they always give me something. And I got a lot of artwork at the shop. You know, hanging up. And you know, I mean, artists need that because a lot of people don't appreciate art, and I guess I'm just one of the people that do.
The parade at Truth Nightclub, was that because of COVID or that was just something separate?
The parade
Yeah, I said you guys had a parade, like a drive-through parade in the very beginning,
at Truth.
outside of Truth.
No, we had a birthday party parade for my son
Okay.
one time, and we started at the Truth.
Okay.
And we drove up, and we threw about a bunch of shirts. My son would have a shirt company, Slop Garments.
Right.
Hopefully he starts printing again. I think he's going to start printing again soon, but shout out Slop Garments, and we threw out root shirts, slop shirts. We threw out all kinds of stuff as people drove by, and we just, handed stuff out,
Right.
And, and that was, but we did have we called it the Route to the Truth Music Fest.
Okay.
It was a 2 or 3 day music festival. We had the metal day, we had the rap and R&B day, I think, and then what we did, we would start out with a few groups at the shop, and we would start there, and then later on that night we would move over to Truth, and it was sick. The metal night was sick. The rap night was cool as always, but the metal night, because have you ever been to the Truth? You know how they had the light that would come down? Well, there was always rapping, there was dancing out there, like a disco and stuff. But when we had the metal night, Booty, Booty,
Yeah.
he was DJing back there, playing music in between the shows, in between the sets, and doing the lights, and then the pit went off, and he brought that light down, and it just looked so fucking cool, you know what I mean, with that light, because you usually see, people dancing out there, and that can get kind of old, but when you see that pit going and that light come down, there's videos of it. That was sick. That was bad. That was cool.
Sick.
That was fun. It was something different. We always like to do something different. That was something different. That was something I was happy for. I was glad we did it.
Cool. So how many years have you guys been open now? How many?
Since 2019, we
All right.
shut down. We're always doing something. If the doors are closed, we're still pushing stuff. We're still involved in the community, doing the events. You know what I mean? We'll still do shows out there. We just had a show a couple months ago, right before the Slam Fest. We had a show. Meets New Cherry. Those guys from Calexico, these kids from Calexico, they shout out to Miguel. You know, those guys put together good shows. They jam. A lot of these kids jam. You know what I mean? And you know, they're wild, bro. They're wild. Sometimes I'll build them a drum pad. Well, they'll put the drum set up there and they'll jam on it because it looks cool. They like it because a lot of times they're just doing backyard shows and nobody goes and takes the time to build a little stage for them and you know, a lot of good talent in the valley. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, girls singing. Like one time we had them, just a bunch of singers, no bands, just singers, and it's always been a good show. It's always been fun.
A lot of good skaters too. Shout out to Choco.
Yeah. Choco.
Choco.
Yeah, man. But what are your plans for 2026? Anything in the works?
2026, actually we were talking to Hub Barry and Herbie because we got some ideas. He doesn't want me to say too much about it.
Okay.
It's sensitive for you know, different areas, and
Gotcha.
he thinks he doesn't want me to say, but we got some plans coming. We want to move forward again. We want to get Slop Garments back going. Just get the shop back to where it was when we first started. You know, it was a good time. It was pumping. There was a little bit of money coming in, and there's really no money in that you know, business and skateboards. That's why a lot of people don't do it. You know, if you see, you know, the mall stores, they don't really have a big skateboard section, even though they're a skateboard store, and it's mostly clothes and stuff like that. You know, but tech decks, we saw a lot of tech decks. You know, people wanted tech deck. They wouldn't buy a big board, but they'd buy a tech deck. But we want to get the shop back to where it was when we first started, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of money in limbo and stuff like that. And my contract, my accounts are still there with the companies and stuff, except some companies did go down. COVID shut down a lot of skateboard companies.
That's scary, man.
And a lot of bike companies too. And so just do it again, you know, stay happy, stay healthy, stay happy, and just move forward and stay positive and prosper as much as we can, you know. No real, you know, limit to what we can do, but we're not trying to, you know, just do it all. We're not trying to take over the world. We're just trying to have fun and be happy and take care of a couple people on the way if we can. You know, we like to help people out.
When you're not doing the skate shop thing, what's something that you enjoy doing?
Something I enjoy doing?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm about to cut this out, huh? Fuck!
Yeah, bunch of, you know, blur. Well, it has to do with cameras and bedrooms. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. That's a joke. No, I just, you know, I like to relax on my free time and, you know, watch a little TV and, you know, ride my bikes. I do like riding bikes.
What kind of bike you got?
I have a couple bikes. I have BMX bikes.
Okay.
I have a 24 I could jump on, and I have a couple 20-inch bikes. I have a hybrid. It's like a mountain bike and road bike. I rode that to Yuma on the 310 to Yuma. That was a bike ride. That was a bike ride put on by the Velo Club. Shout out to the Velo Club. It was a road bike ride, but you know, the bike shop was always involved in it. And
you have to send me some pictures. I can't picture that bike.
I did it in 4 hours and 20 minutes, which was slow. Some of these guys could do it in less than 2 hours, man, on a road bike. I mean, I was hurting. It can be painful, you know, because I took in too much salt where your legs would lock up. I mean, you can't bend your legs, and that's kind of freaky. You know, it's kind of like, what the fuck's going on, you know? But I did it, and my number was 420. And so
yeah, buddy.
So that's another one of the things I like to do in my free time, you know. Right. But yeah, I just, you know, whatever's fun, you know. Go to San Diego, drive around. I like to drive a lot, you know. Driving's like nothing to me. I'll drive to San Francisco, just take my kid to a bike jam for 4 hours. We've done it. Right. We've done it. There's videos of it. You'll see where they're asking, you guys drove this far? He goes, why would you do that? I said, well, you know, one way of getting here,
just to get out, go out.
Yeah. You can't buy 5 plane tickets for these kids that want to come. So I just packed the car up. But, you know, whoever wants
I love that. And
we put the bikes on and boom, we take off to wherever, you know, Phoenix, Frisco, San Diego, LA, Mexico, you know, San Luis. You know, San Luis is kind of, you got to be careful how you look at people over there in San Luis. It's kind of, they don't, you know.
Don't fuck around.
They don't fuck around over there in San Luis. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, that's me. Just, I'm an easygoing guy.
Cool.
Nice, man. Nice. Yeah.
Any advice for how you saying aspiring BMXers or skaters or
Do it. Just do it. Just keep on, and no matter if you become a professional, make money, or getting commercials, or have LeBron James pay for your short film documentary, anything like that, just do it. Just have fun, and if you're good or if you're not. If you fall down, get back up and do it again. I mean, I got scars to prove that, and wear a helmet. Wear a helmet if you're doing that, and if whatever you want to do it. Don't listen to anybody that giving you negative vibes or just negative advice about it. Just say fuck it and just go for it, and do it wholeheartedly, and give it your soul.
Oh yeah.
And just do it.
Yeah.
What's one of the craziest tricks either you did or you've seen in person?
Wow. Oh man, I've seen some wild stuff that I used to be able to do the Miami Hopper.
Okay.
If you want to Google that.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, I was one of there was me and two other guys that could do it in El Centro. I was able to do the Miami Hopper. But I've seen my son ride backwards on a round rail when he was younger. There's a video of it. And there's only a couple other people in the world that I've seen do it on videos. But I've seen some amazing riders do some amazing things in LA and first time tricks or whatever. I've seen a lot. So that's hard to say.
For me, it was just watching like the X Games, and the only one I could name is like the bus driver. That's the only freaking trick that I remember from the bikes.
Bus driver.
Yeah, when they spin the wheel of the bike. That's what it was called. I guess.
They go backwards?
No, they just like go up and they spin the freaking handlebar. That's
Bar
it.
spin.
Well, back then they called it bus
driver.
Yeah,
okay.
It was weird.
I've never heard that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that was the ESPN version of it.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Truck driver. You're talking about a truck driver?
No, it was
bus driver.
Yeah,
because there's a truck driver.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. That was ESPN for you guys. Just so yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they had all the names wrong of the tricks. but that's why we enjoy bringing in real
I'm gonna use that.
authentic skaters or bus drivers. Wow, like BMXers, because I mean you guys are authentic. You like you said earlier, we're talking about the movie Rad. Like you can tell what's real, what's not real, what's fake, what type of people they were. Like I mean you can call it. You see it.
Yeah, Rad was I mean, it was maybe it was good for the sport back then. I wouldn't know. I was a kid, but it just wasn't something that appealed to like a street rider.
Gotcha.
We were street riders.
And it's definitely good to see skating competition in the Olympics now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Bikes are coming. They have a team.
Okay, yeah,
They
that's
are
what
coming.
you just took the question out of my mouth. Yeah, I was just gonna ask you what about bikes?
Yeah, BMX is coming. They're going to start off with park, and they'll eventually go into street. But they do have a team, and they're actually the team sets up here in San Diego, and that's where you go and try out.
Oh, okay.
So, but park has always been like for BMX skateboarding. Park is like the first one to show. I mean, the first I guess section or the first genre of skateboarding BMX that they, because people want to see that. People want to see you almost get hurt. People want to see if you're going to eat shit or not. That's rough to say, but that's what ESPN's a TV show, and all those things are TV shows, and TV shows they gotta sell themselves. And when somebody eats shit on a bike, it's hard. People want to see that sometimes,
Yeah.
They want to see a car crash.
They want to, yeah. So that's what that is, and so you'll see parks, they're doing circus tricks in there, what we call circus tricks. They're doing backflips. They're doing 4 tail whip, four at once, and then landing back on the bike, which is not easy to do. Don't get me wrong. I mean, shout out to those guys, but it is harder, in my opinion, most BMXers' opinion, to go and just find any random obstacle and get off on it. You know what I mean? Do a badass trick on it. So that's the difference.
What were some of the BMXers you liked growing up or seeing later on in life?
Eddie Fiola.
Yeah.
Mike Dominguez. Dave Volker.
Damn.
Eddie Fiola. Eddie Fiola was always my idol. I wanted to be like Eddie Fiola. I used to wear a fedora. Eddie Fiola used to take GT pictures with a fedora. I used to wear a fedora back in junior high and high school in them. And we did the 2011, was it? 2011 Etnies King of the Skate Park. My son won it in the street competition. He beat out Bryce Tyron, which is pro BMX with Park. That guy's got major sponsors now. And he beat Tucker Smith. They were both 11 and 12. My son was 8.
Oh,
so my son was untouchable in street competition when he was younger. They couldn't beat him. But my son did a trick that Eddie Fiola would do called the moonwalk. He'd get off his bike and he'd moonwalk, riding his bike. And Eddie Fiola came up and said, hey, I didn't get to see you do the moonwalk. Well, my kid didn't know who it was. My kid kind of was ignoring him, looking over here at them ride the bikes. I said, hey, son, Eddie Fiola's asking you to do the moonwalk for him. So he did it for him. To me, that was a highlight. Eddie Fiola came up and asked my kid to do that trick that he used to do. He was excited about it. That was cool. To me, that was cool. It was like Kobe Bryant, coming up and telling your kid, hey, go slam dunk. That's what it kind of felt like. I guess that would have felt like if something,
Oh, yeah.
Fiola rules, bro. Eddie Fiola. That was GT's, glory boy.
And it's good, like I said, it's good to see all these sports coming into the Olympics. And it sucks for breakdancing because Ray Gun killed that shit.
Oh, man, that was sad.
I like Ray Gun, you guys. Especially when she did a contest. She's a contest she did or something where they showed her and she goes, hey, I heard you were looking for me. You kind of see like that's a real person, you kind of like, okay, she's
character.
She's not that much. Yeah, she's just a little bit of a weirdo, and weirdos are cool. I'm a weirdo, and there's nothing wrong with being a weirdo, and she was being a weirdo out there.
Where'd she have you at? Kangaroo? Was it this move or
when she was on the ground rolling around?
Fish out of water.
Yeah, when she was on the ground rolling around. I would do it. I would imitate it, And like I said, there's nothing wrong with being a weirdo, and she got the attention. You know what I mean?
That was my rad because I was like, I used to break dance. I was like, what is she? Is she okay? Send medical help.
Bro, I watched it over and over and showed everybody that would come over my house. I'd say, look at this, and now the world knows her, and
she's trending.
No, I don't know any other breakdancer in the Olympics but Ray Gun.
Right.
So, shout out to being a weirdo.
That's very true, too. Yeah. It's hard to name, who won.
It's real. She's just being real out there. And it is what it is. But, I have to admit, I like Ray Gun.
All right. Well, Kermit, drop your socials, where people can follow you if they're not following you yet.
Root Skate Shop on Instagram. Go check out that one. I really don't like the other one. I don't do too much of the other ones.
Okay.
Yeah, go follow Root Skate Shop on Instagram. You'll see our lives. You'll see our shows. You'll see what we got coming up. And, hit me up anytime. Anytime. I'm always around.
Nice.
Thank you. Don't forget to follow.
Yeah. Hey, thank you
Root
guys,
Skate
man.
Shop.
I was stoked to be here. To be honest, like I said, I like watching the podcast. I like watching when you guys are at the clubs or at the festivals here and you're clowning on people and stuff like that. I love that.
If you guys need a host, he's a hell of an MC too.
Yes, he is.
If you guys need a DJ, these guys right here, man, keep it rolling.
Yeah.
We're going to see them next year at the Slam Fest. Guarantee that.
Thank you, Kermit.
Guarantee that. You know what I mean?
Guys.
Hopefully we'll see you guys at Mardi Gras.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Last Dope Podcast, baby.
We're out. Awesome, brother.
Look at you guys are Raider fans. So I've been a Raider fan since the 70s. This is my jacket when I was a little
wow.
kid.
That's sick.
When I was like 5 years old, I'm 54. This kid's almost 50 years old. I think we got it at Sears or JCPenney's. You'd have to order this from the catalog. There was no Raiders.com or NFL.com. You'd have to order stuff. So I wish I had a bunch of these. I could give you guys one, but this is my goal. This is like cat hair on it, but this is something that I want to.
That's it. Look, guys, check it out.
Remember from the 70s, back from the Oakland Raiders,
Oakland.
Yeah, I got tons of. Oh no earphones. I'm not photogenic, so.
Like, wait a minute, that looks weird because we can see the photo on the camera.
I was trying not to look at that screen during the
I know. I was just like, wait a minute. I was like, come on.
I look goofy, huh? That's a little better, I guess. You know what I mean? I just don't come out. I got Kermit the Frog.
His sisters gave him the name Kermit the Frog.
Have you guys ever watched Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas? You have?
That's right. He's like,
What about you? You ever watched Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas?
probably. But
You guys gotta watch that.
I'm not. My memory is like.
Kermit the Frog's riding a big bike at the beginning, telling the story, and that's what she said when they.
That's where she got you
Goes,
from.
you look like Kermit the Frog on that bike, and